And we're joined now by Democratic Senator Cory Booker of New Jersey. Senator Booker spoke on the Senate floor earlier tonight opposing the objection to the electoral count in the state of Arizona, which was technically what was in front of the Senate at the time. But Senator Booker, what do you consider was at stake tonight in the United States Senate?
Well, we've seen this. I began my remarks on the floor saying that this is the second time that a band of insurgents would to take our capital. The first time was in the War of 1812, and this time was today. And what's at stake to me is our republic. We are now in a deep crisis, and we have a president in an unprecedented fashion aiding and abetting I think the destruction of our republic, fanning the flames of conspiracy and trying to hold on to power. In fact, back in the War of 1812 and now we see it both of a despotic ruler who wanted to dominate our nation. And so, look, this is a time of mourning and a great pain in our country, and we have to find a way not only to reject this moment, but all those people who wanted to diminish Donald Trump and turn their back on his anti-democratic tendencies need to understand that the seeds he's planted are not going to go away just with the voting that we do over the next few days, or even with the swearing in of the vice president. We have a lot of work to do to repair, heal, and advance the cause of democracy.
Senator, do you have any indication of what we're going to see procedurally in the Senate tonight? Do you expect Senator Hawley to join one more objection that will be posed in the joint session, possibly over the state of Pennsylvania? Or do you think Mitch McConnell has worked out some kind of deal that no more senators will join any of these House objectors? Therefore, there will be no more votes, no more debates in the House or the Senate.
Well, let me just say, for one, we saw a group of people today begin the day saying they were going to stand together, over 10 senators, and many of them reversed their positions after seeing what they were helping to reap in this country. And so I was happy to see it only end up being 6 people, but I'm still very concerned that Josh Hawley, who has been trying to profit off of this, literally sending out fundraising emails off of this chaos, is going to continue to press forward with this and do the bidding of not just Donald Trump, but what seems to be more personal ambition than the protection of our democratic norms and traditions. So I don't know, in short, what he's going to do. It's very likely we could end up back in the Senate again, taking another vote in his efforts to stop what I'm hearing could be Pennsylvania as well.
But if that happens, Senator, it does sound like something that will be completed tonight. It might take a few more hours of House and Senate time, but it would be something that would be completed in the middle of the night tonight.
Yeah, I really hope we do not leave this the Capitol until we've gotten this done. I've heard some talk about a recess if it goes too late in the evening, but I just think after what we saw today, with Confederate flags being waved right outside the Senate doors, to the floor, with mob violence, with those seeking in our most sacred civic spaces to undermine our government. I hope that the Senate stays with its firm resolve to end this tonight and to begin the healing, because whether you look at yesterday, where we had one of our highest death days of the COVID crisis, or if you look forward to finally this election being done in Georgia with the runoff election, we have a new government coming, a new Congress, a new president, a new vice president, and a crisis of our own making, this constitutional challenge that Donald Trump is bringing, as well as the COVID crisis. We have work to do. So let's get this done tonight, and to try to end what Donald Trump said to us in the beginning. We thought he was trying to describe what is when he talked about American carnage. But really what he was trying to do is talk to us about what he would try to wrought, which is the undermining of our democracy, creating the kind of carnage we saw, shameful carnage we saw today.
Senator Booker, when the vote is certified in Georgia, it appears you are going to be joined by 2 new Democratic colleagues. They are going to give you the majority in the United States Senate. What did Georgia do for the governance of this country last night with that vote?
I mean, look, in very practical terms, they not only gave us the majority, but issues that would not have gotten to the Senate floor, from raising the minimum wage to slashing child poverty with just simple expanding of the child tax credit, with taking on issues like paid family leave. There are so many things now that the Americans want on both sides of the aisle that will now come to the world's most deliberative body and be debated, and I believe passed, because we will get the 60 votes necessary should we need that to accomplish those things. So very practically, the lives of many Americans, starting with the COVID relief package, that I think will get resources to state and local governments. Perhaps the stimulus checks that Mitch McConnell blocked against the president and the House of Representatives, perhaps things like that will get done. So very practically, it is a really important to the lives of millions of Americans. But then on a spiritual level, I think you understand this was a resolute rejection of Donald Trump, of two senators who at that point, and I'm happy to see Kelly Loeffler retreat from her stance, but we're going to aid and abet him. I think that this is the final rejection of a time of Trump, and I hope sends messages into future cycles. This kind of demagoguery, this kind of Trump over truth, this kind of lies and destructive impulses, that we will not tolerate that in our politics, and we can begin to climb out of it.
Senator Cory Booker, thank you very much for joining us on this important night. Really appreciate it.
No, thank you. And thanks to all those people in Georgia who showed us yesterday that democracy is best when it's determined by the people and not one person in power.